Greetings everyone and welcome back to my channel. You have reached Kathleen Shattuck and you are watching Soul Level Healing and Guidance. Thank you for coming back, my subscribers. And if you are new and just coming across my content, my name is Kathleen and I am a psychic medium. I'm a Reiki master teacher and a galactic shaman. I am a UFO experiencer. I have met Bigfoot back in, actually this year's the 20th anniversary of that, and I am able to communicate with many different beings, from the dead to angels. I communicate with extraterrestrial beings. I connect with gods, goddesses, all different kinds of beings, the fairies, mermaids, unicorns, you name it. So welcome. I hope you enjoy my content. And speaking of content, today we are going to be talking about the summer solstice that is happening on June 21st, 2023. And as always, the solstice is in Cancer. Okay, it's actually on the magic cusp, as it's known, June 21st. People who are born on June 21st, if there's any of you out there, happy birthday to you solstice babies. You are born on the magic cusp, which means you have a lot of potential for magical workings and divination. So just a little tidbit there. Now, I would like to go over, as you could tell in the introduction, I really wanted to talk about working with the sun god and sun goddess energies. And I can think of no better time than solstice to accomplish that. So I'm going to teach you a little bit today about how you can go about as a beginner and kind of first timer to working with a god or goddess. This is just kind of a little dip your toe in the water with some real magic, okay? So we're going to start with Ra. So let me get a sip of water and then we will talk about Ra. Okay, so Ra is a solar god. He is an ancient Egyptian god. He actually literally walked the earth, which we need to understand back in those times, in the ancient Egyptian times of Ra, that was like the 5th dynasty, I believe. The earth was in a different dimension. Okay, this is what I am told. Much different dimension, different vibration because of the things that had happened after Atlantis fell and the crystal technology. Things were morphing and shifting and weird. Things were not quite settled into the 3rd dimension as they are now. It was more in fluctuation, okay? And Ra was he was actually an alien being. I believe that he came from Lyra. I know that Ra is connected not only to Sirius, but also to Lyra. And he was an animal-human hybrid. Ra had the head and face of a falcon and the body of a man. Ra's divine counterpart is known as Raet-Tawy. And Raet-Tawy had the face of a woman with feline features, and sometimes she is also shown as having scales, and sometimes she's shown as having no nose with just slits right here for her features. So there's definitely a lot of suggestion there that these are not human beings. They came as benevolent teachers to a another attempt at regrowing the civilization. I think at that point there had been a catastrophe in their time or just before their time, and so they're kind of in the rebuilding phase. This would be, I believe, after the flood, but it could have been before the flood. I'm not a historian, but I do believe there was a catastrophe before the pyramids. So they were rebuilding civilization from there. It would be destroyed once again with the Noah's flood. But this disaster that they were rebuilding from, the earth was a different earth then. Okay. Now, going back into Ra, how we can work with Ra, how can we work with Raet-Tawy? Well, a really easy way to do that is to just follow some simple steps with directions and days of the week, okay? And you might want to pay attention to the time that you do the spell also, but it's completely not necessary. If you're going to do a time for working with Ra or any kind of sun deity energy, the time for your spell is going to be at 12 o'clock noon when the sun is at its strongest point in the sky. The direction for Ra and for the sun god, goddess, is east, okay? It's the element of fire. And the day of the week for working with solar energy is Sunday. That's right. Sundays are the best day of the week for doing a spell, casting a little simple candle magic spell, which is what we're going to be doing. I don't have a candle in front of me to show you, but I'm going to walk you through it. So yeah, save this video and let me know how you go with your spells. So Ra's color is gold. His scent or his fragrance is frangipangi, and that is channeled to me directly from Ra. He also says that he likes Libyan desert glass, which is like, it kind of looks like yellow moldavite. Libyan desert glass. And actually that is what it is. They believe it's glass from a meteorite crash in the desert. So Libyan desert glass, and then also red coral and sunstone are good crystals. So if if you wanted to put those crystals around your candle as it's burning, that would be very, very good. Okay. Now let's also go into Raet-Tawy. Okay, and when you're working with a god and a goddess, say you don't want to just work with Ra. Say you want to work with Raet-Tawy and Ra together. So what you would do is you would put Ra in the east position, okay, and Raet-Tawy in the west position. Okay, then you would also go in using her colors and her crystals, okay? So on the altar, wherever you're going to have this, you're going to have one part for Ra with a gold candle, and then you're going to have one part with Raet-Tawy, and she's going to have a white candle, and her scent is neroli. Now, for those of you that are new to magic, let's just keep it simple and just work with one. I just want you to pick one for this time. It might be too much for me to explain in one video working with both. So let's just focus on working with Ra, and then I have another sun god here too I want to introduce you to. So with Ra, you would take a candle and you would write out what you wish to manifest over the next 6 months onto the candle. And you can write that in just your regular handwriting, or you can bump it up a little bit and write it in either runic writing, or you can also go about writing it in hieroglyphics. And for hieroglyphics, I will try to include a little converter for you so you can actually, write out a spell, translate from English into hieroglyphics. So it makes your magic much more powerful. Okay, so writing hieroglyphics into the candle, having the crystals and the right fragrance, okay, going, whether it's an oil in the diffuser or it's an incense or a resin, okay, burning. His incense is the frangipangi, so anything with frangipangi, sunstone, red coral, that desert glass is more rare, maybe harder to get a hold of, but use what you've got available, okay? And if you don't have any of those, use something that's yellow or something that's gold or orange or associated with the sun, and that will work just fine. Okay, you're going to want to make sure that you are in the east position. So if you're doing this magic work at home, you need to know what direction, your house sits in, okay? North, south, east, west, okay? So you're going to want to have this facing in the east, okay? When you're burning this candle, it needs to be in the east. You would light the incense and you would write out your word or your phrase onto your candle in your chosen magical writing or normal writing. And then you're going to stand in front of it and you're going to do a little invocation for Ra, and that can be whatever you want it to be. Just make sure that you ground and that you shield. You call in your angels and guides, and then after this, I want you to say, I ask my angels and guides to assist me now to invoke the energy of the sun god Ra. Ra, I ask you to bless my spell and my manifestation and show me how to work with your energy. Thank you. And that's it. That's how we start with magic. So there you guys go. That's a spell. Now there's another one you can do too. And this is going to be with Lugh, and working with Lugh and Brigid. And they are a really cool set of characters. So Lugh is actually a hero from the Irish stories and legends. Lugh helped defeat a dark-haired race of giants that had invaded Ireland and were like man-eating giants. Lugh, the leader of the Tuatha Dé Danann, or one of the leaders of the Tuatha Dé Danann, which were the fairy people, they somehow intermixed. It was a different dimension in those times. This is what I have been told. This is also when unicorns walked the earth. Okay, so Lugh comes in as this hero and this character, and he was immortalized after his death as the sun god. And then you have his divine counterpart, Brigid. And so working with Brigid and Lugh is very similar to working with Ra and Raet-Tawy. But I resonate more towards Brigid and Lugh because, of course, they're fairies. Okay, they're a fairy god and goddess. So Brigid, her scent is jasmine, her crystal is carnelian, and she also uses citrine and rose quartz if you want to invoke Brigid. Okay, for Lugh, Lugh's colors is gold, and then amber is his fragrance. Rainbow obsidian and calcite are his crystals. And they also told me, this is channeled, that do not use Brigid or Lugh for Sunday. Okay, if you're doing magic with them, don't use Sunday. They say use Monday and use the east direction. All right, so we have a gold candle. Okay, you can use a gold candle for Lugh or Ra, or you can use a white candle if you're working with Raet-Tawy or with Brigid. Okay, so divine masculine, divine feminine energies of the sun god and goddess. So I thought I would go over that. There's only so much I can fit in these small videos. I have a lot to teach you guys, but I thought, you know what? Let's get into a little bit of, magic. I think that everybody should be playing with this and manifesting, things in their lives. I know I have done it, and I've really impressed myself with what I have been able to manifest. Another thing you can do is you can have a kind of a goal in mind with what you want to kind of draw into your life over the next 6 months. You could make a collage or a vision board, but those can kind of, get a little blurred and forgot about. Next thing you know, they're kind of growing dust, on the refrigerator 6 months later, and you didn't get your wish. So I really want you guys to put in a lot of thought and feeling into what you would like to bring into your life. And working with this energy, know that it will be very quick. The sun is very fiery. This is working with fire energy. So whatever you try to manifest is going to come into your life real quick. So just be prepared for that. So make sure it's what you want, in other words. Okay? And next, I am going to go into the readings. Okay, we're almost at 15 minutes now, so let's go ahead and get some cards out. I want to ask what is going on. Now we're going to do 2 different readings, so I am going to go ahead and pause this video and I'll be right back, and you guys are going to pick from 2 different decks, and I'll see you in just a second. Well, welcome back. And for those of you that chose the Morgan Greer deck, this reading is for you. So I just want you to get in a nice grounded position and feet flat on the floor. I want you to kind of just relax yourself, unwind those shoulders. Okay, take a deep breath. Let me connect with your energy. The more open that you can be when I'm reading, and the more you can like kind of just look into my eyes and connect with my energy, the more accurate your reading is going to be in these general reads, okay? Okay, angels and spirit guides, let us see what is going on for group number 1 with the Morgan Greer. What energies do they need to be focused on for this summer solstice, please? Thank you. All right, we had 2 pop out and we got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so endings, painful endings, bring new beginnings with the King of Wands. Okay, it is time to step into your power and not accept this kind of bullshit anymore. It is time to walk away from this healed, okay? You're not going to let this take you down. It's like whatever this was for you tried to take you out. Literally, this was some serious pain here. But I feel like you have made this like metamorphosis. You've been working on yourself. You have been changing yourself. You have been healing. You have been finding your passions. You've been finding your voice and your strength and your courage. And you are like a lion, like ready to roar now. And you're like, you know, F this. I am not putting up with this bullshit anymore. I'm out. And so you're out, okay? This is what I see for group 1 for the tarot readings. And you are also going to get an angel card. And we're going to do the Doreen Virtue Angel deck. We're going to find out what angel message you have for this summer solstice. And let us begin. Okay, angels and guides. What does group number 1 need to hear the most? Guardian angel. Okay, and we're going to read Guardian angel. Okay, Guardian angel. The card meaning: your guardian angels want you to know how much they love you right now. Your angel's love is completely unconditional and all-encompassing. You are not alone. You do this card as a love letter from your guardian angels, who want you to know we're right here. We have never left you and can never leave you. Your guardian angels say that you deserve their help and attention, and there is nothing that you could have ever thought, said, done, or done that could ostracize you from your divine helpers. They never judge you and they never abandon you for the mistakes that you make. The angels are simply here to support you so that you can spiritually grow and help others. Okay. Oh, and you did have one more pop out. Okay, we also got answered prayer, and since it was just sneaking out there, I'm going to go ahead and take it. So answered prayer. So the card meaning of this says, fear not, beloved one. Your prayers have been heard and answered. All of your prayers are always answered. Sometimes you may not feel this way because the answer comes in unexpected ways. Perhaps you receive an intuitive feeling, or a new opportunity appears, or a book falls off of the shelf. The angels answer our prayers very often by giving us ideas or information in these everyday ways. By drawing this card, the angels request that you be extra observant. Notice everything that you hear, say, think, and feel. Be especially alert to help that comes to you, and be sure to accept that help. You do deserve this assistance. And many times God enlists people to act as earth angels who bring answers to your prayers. So remember that angels can take the form of a human being, and very often angels will act through human beings. They'll act through animals to get you the help that you need to answer those prayers. So, you know, I know this is not an easy thing. I feel like this is a male energy that I'm reading for. This situation, you know what? It didn't kill you, did it? And it hurt like hell, but you survived it, and you're stronger and you're better for it, for having gone through the lesson. And I know it's kind of an old saying, but what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And it really is true. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And we are not meant to come here to earth to be perfect. We're here to be utterly imperfect and fall on our face and fuck shit up and make mistakes and, you know, do all the things. I mean, earth is a giant playground. It's like, you know, I don't know why this is coming into my mind's eye, but it's like that island, Pinocchio. When Pinocchio went to that island where all the bad little boys were, we're all meant to like kind of go through that at some stage in our lives. So whatever you did that you know, you're judging yourself about now, you really need to work on that, okay? Because the world already does this to us, okay, and did to you. Don't do it to yourself too, okay? Find some compassion for yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you have made, and understand that no one is here to be perfect. And honestly, no one can really judge you. It's you that judge yourself. And this is a behavior and a pattern, and a negative pattern that needs to change, okay? All right, so that does it for this video for the first group of you that chose the Morgan Greer, and I will be back with the second group. See you in just a minute. All right, welcome back, and this reading is going to be for those of you that chose the Rider-Waite deck. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's find out what my second group needs to know for this summer solstice 2023. Thank you, angels, guides, and ascended masters, guardians, and ancestors. I want you to just take a nice deep breath. Focus on what needs to be focused on. Ooh, getting some, had a spill out here. I'm going to throw those back because that's too many cards. I wonder if that's a sign of something going on. All right. I'm going to shuffle them one more time. Okay. What do they need to know? Okay. We've got the Three of Cups as our first card coming out. This is centering around friendship and relationships. Okay, friendships and relationships. Let's see what else comes out with that Three of Cups. Oh boy. And the Ten of Swords, okay? I am feeling like, because the cups are here, I am feeling like this is a couple different things. One, some friendships are ending, okay? Eclipse season probably brought all of that energy to a head for you in your life. And now you are kind of picking up the pieces. I think you let some friendships go, and now you're bringing in new people. You're bringing in new people. It's like you made some room here. Whatever this ending was, yeah, it had to be let go. I'm feeling there's two groups of you. One of you, this is about needing to let go of a friendship that is toxic. And also for others of you, I feel like this is laying down a burden of some kind that's associated with friends. So some of you have already ended this friendship, and others of you, it needs to end, okay, if that makes sense. You guys are in two different stages of the same energy, okay? So what I'm feeling here is a lot of there's kind of some anger. There's something that didn't work out how you thought it was going to work out, and you're kind of upset about it. I feel a bit of anger. I'm seeing the red, orange, and yellow. The lower 3 chakras plus the throat chakra are having some issues here. There's some anger and resentment that is building, that needs to be released. There needs to be some healing. There needs to be some communication and talking about this situation, because it's not really going to get better until you talk about it and bring it out into light and, you know, explain yourself and, you know, what's going on. I feel like this could be best friends having kind of a communication issue. There's something that maybe you're trying to move past, something from the past that hurt your friendship, and you're maybe trying to rebuild and, you know, find some joy in that. And for others of you too, I feel like this could be something about a third party and the ending of a possible, like a physical relationship. Okay, this would be somebody that you're just physically intimate with, that you know, they're kind of like in your black book or something. I'm getting for one of you, they're just like a booty call, okay? It's kind of laying something down. You found out there was, some other things involved there. That's for one of you. So that's what I'm feeling for this solstice energy. And this is going to be good for the next 6 months. So this will be evolving and playing out in many different ways. And we'll go, of course, more into detail with my, new moon and full moon readings. So I want to also go ahead and get an angel card for this group, angels and guides. And of course, this is going to be with the Healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what the angels have to say. Ooh, dreams. Oh, that's a good card. Okay, let me get my glasses on and let's read dreams. There we go. Okay. So the card meaning of dreams, it says to pay attention to your dreams right now and keep a dream journal. You are receiving important messages during your dreams. Sometimes you may wake up with the feeling that you have traveled or received instruction during your sleep. You wonder, why can't I remember my dreams? The messages and experiences of your dreams are never truly lost or forgotten. They are instead incorporated into your unconscious so that your higher self's wisdom and love govern your actions. You can more easily remember your dreams by writing whatever you recall immediately upon waking. Just write down any little bit you can remember, and the rest of the dream will begin to unravel in your memory. Review your dream journal often and look for patterns and themes. These recurrent dream issues signify messages that your higher self and the angels are trying to tell you. So if you do not have a dream journal, I completely recommend that you get a dream journal, because it's a very, very important way to start seeing the patterns, okay? That is how it all started for me, was dreams. It was my grandmother who came to me when she died, and she actually showed me what her house would look like years later. And I actually wound up going past her place, and it was just as the dream showed me. So I had a bit of a precognitive experience with Grandma, and she also came to me in a few other dreams and told me some things. And it was, that's how spirit begins coming to us, because that is the place that we are in the least resistance, okay? When we are awake and we're busy in our life, we are not paying attention to, spirit necessarily. So that is it for this reading for this solstice, and I want to thank all of you for watching me and returning to my channel. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you could, please give me a little like, share, subscribe if you're new. It really helps to grow this channel and spread my content out to the masses. So Until next time, everyone, have a blessed solstice. And if you have any questions or comments on doing the magic, let me know. I hopefully explained that okay. We're just keeping it simple. I will try to, I'll write it out in the comments and just kind of give some spell directions more literally, and you can change it up as you want, as you're intuitively led. But I really would like you guys to play with some candle magic this summer solstice and begin attracting and manifesting what you want into your life. And for some of you, for that to happen, it's going to mean that you're going to need to let go of something. You got the 10 of Swords in one reading, and then you got the 10 of Wands in the other reading. You guys are letting things go. So you need to make that choice. You need to make those cuts, let it go. You've got to make room, okay, for new to come in. So please be well until I see you again, and I will be back with, I believe it's going to be your full moon video next. So take good care, guys, and I'll return soon. See ya.